Vamos dar segmento? Daqui a pouco a gente para. Mapa mostra que a cabana que eu tô indo é rodeada de de urso. Tem uma imagem de um urso em pé. Você volta, deixa eu terminar o loading que eu mostro. Provavelmente é porque se encontra ossos nas proximidades. Como aqui pode ser encontrado veados, lobos, um peixe aqui, tomate. Eu já tinha isso aqui próximo. Acho que eu vou usar. Vou aumentar um pouquinho mais minha força. Como é que eu faço pra... Não que eu vá jogar, mas eu só quero ver como é que eu mudo pra terceira pessoa. Sabe uma coisa que eu não fiz? Usar, tipo assim, a minha segunda mão. Como... vou fazer isso. Já sei o que eu vou fazer na minha segunda mão. Eu só consegui uma espingarda de duas mãos e colocar na outra... Eu até tinha uma boa, velho. Acabei... Minha pistola, eu desfiz. E poderia ter colocado a pistola na outra mão. Você poderia ter isso aqui, colocar daqui pra cá. E a pistola era massa, velho. Que vacilo, velho. Duas pistolas nas duas mãos, ó. E vou ter essa oportunidade. Eu nem me toquei que eu poderia fazer isso. Eu quero saber como é que eu faço pra mudar pra terceira pessoa. Não é? Não perdi.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves up in an existing tree.
Not with the way this trunk has grown.
Prefiro jogar em primeira
Ah,
pessoa.
I'm stumped.
Prefiro jogar em primeira pessoa.
There.
Não sei porquê. Esse
That's
jogo
Thomas' old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find. Place feels... Tama painted this? I had no idea. He left something behind for me. Help me look around. So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding? Yeah, it is. Damn you, Tama. Damn you. I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone... And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago. The man kept a journal of poetry. He never had a problem with words. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about. If he really did, he would have told me. I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands. Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was. Coward. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me, I can't ask him now, can I? I'm sorry. I don't mean to take this out on you. That's probably for the best. I haven't talked about this in a while, so... Thanks for listening. It means a lot. Especially since you seem to have your head on straight. A little fresh air will clear my head.
Kai, o cara te pintou aqui, ó.
You showed up at a bad time.
Yeah, I pretty much got that.
Que eu não leve outra flechada enquanto eu entro aqui dentro.
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfia, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. If their experiments are affecting Adirian interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
The Trentons. But... and all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim. Officially, I am one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora. If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happened to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study. Aura Taugori.
Only we have these.
Acho que todos os jogos que eu joguei
Oh,
no tempo.
you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead. I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Are you volunteering us to hang out in a graveyard?
Oh, if you would, that would simply be wonderful. I wouldn't know how to thank you. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Não consegui nenhum dos dois.
This custom goes back a long way. We never had dream thralls or such blight in our crops until now. You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds. That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for help.
Genuine healing crystals. Pure, rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence.
Deixa eu ver se começa.
Can I... Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
Nossa. Eu teria dinheiro pra comprar, ó. Nossa, mas de raio. Só diferentona, ó. Ele vende duas aí. São caras, hein? Pera aí. Ó, ele vendendo já aquela varinha. Que aqui é uma varinha única. Se eu pudesse usar essas duas, mas não usar essa varinha e essa daqui. Eita, ia ser. Aqui não são melhores que o meu, não. A única coisa que esse cara vendia. Eu não comprei, não, né? Não comprei, não. É o Adra. Isso aqui também me interessaria em partes. Vou comprar. Agora esse aqui, velho. Acho que eu vou comprar.
All ingredients are fully stocked.
As poções.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your...
Isso tem pra vender.
Wrong. Your soul is an ache, but it's tired, my friend. That's the beauty of it. The first treatments on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh? Another satisfaction.
You have a thing for sticking your head in the bear's mouth, don't you?
Problemas do trabalho. Dá pra vender esse assistente aqui.
Spirits are truly wonderful, powerful, self-aware, and reach with insight.
Insight for refreshment?
Indeed. The spirits have access to a
Já vou
lifetime.
ler passar.
I must wait.
If you are looking for a sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only two rules of conduct: maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
Tá de boa.
Thank you. This establishment is a haven for animancers, so I try to keep it free of stress. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement. Their anxiety keeps me in business. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle. Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
Muito massa. Não sei. Vamos ver o que ele tem aqui mais. É isso. nossos itens. Paguei 3, foi 3.000 ou foi 300? Sei que eu paguei caro nisso aqui, ó. Agora tem que vender tão barato assim. Acho que eu vou vender essas botas aqui.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub. Really? When did that happen?
Can't say as I remember.
You, my friend. Need some water.
I had one job. One job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate. I'd like to be. They're out searching. Someone had to hold down the fort. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Praise Ilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... Oh, fine. I'll get right to it then.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
The crowd's rude. All!
Can anything be done?
I think I ought to give up farming. Leave Emerald Stair.
And the animancers are
Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when to shut their mouths. You can't take a piece in the fjord without spotting an animancer. But finding an animancer you can trust, that's harder. I try Quilici and the Giata. They are the only animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously. Outside and up the stairs, they're arguing with Vidaro. Just follow the profanity.
Aguento ver Esse aqui eu compro. Esse já aqui, aumentar um de força em um PTBR. Isso aqui foi um cara que colocou, que ele não vai ler. Tradução. Sei lá. Pronto, já consegui o que eu queria com você.
Welcome back. You've spoken to the sentries lately?
They are like us. Spread.
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Tem uma arma dessa aqui, um bate certo. Mas eu preciso agora encontrar uma... Tá desmachadão, velho. Acha uma arma assim, ó. Depois, tipo... Eu quero uma rara agora que eu encontrar, eu vou botar na outra mão. No meio do fuzuê, se eu quiser, eu troco de arma. Aí aqui ficaria liso. É essa. Esse maço único. Caso eu compro tudo. Por enquanto eu vou manter meu usado do jeito que tá. Se eu comprasse esses 3, dão 1000. Precisam de 4, né, pra fazer o outro. Cara, eu não lembro quanto é que precisa. Se fosse só 2, compensava comprar aqui 2, ó. Pra fazer, mas acho que não são 2 não, viu? Eu só preciso de mais um, na verdade. E aí, velho, eu fico liso e compro logo isso aqui, porque esse item é muito importante. Deixa eu só comprar uma coisinha aqui. Aí eu preciso só de mais um. Sem uma viagem, se qualquer coisa precisar, eu volto.
What's the meaning of this?
These trucks. Look at your city.
Tô achando aquilo. Essa aqui é a cidade da Cuida.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The dream scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Calma aí.
In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Flertar com a mulher.
Did you hear that, Ignacy? You should be taking notes.
Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
There may still be time to reverse the damage.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior. And you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Chiata is an outcast.
It's a bit too soon to tell.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroll.
did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Não se importa não, né?
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giada, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I wish I could take credit for Giada's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. Likewise, they should be educational for us both. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Messiverno. Forever.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial envoy, research assistant. Who knew? I've got a powder. Awful feeling we weren't supposed to see this.
volta ainda hoje pra jogar mais um pouquinho, viu?